Hello, welcome to the new vlog. So, little update. At the end of the last vlog, I said that I'm gonna start reading Red Rising, which I have done. Hooray! Oh, it's Tuesday, by the way. We don't go the same places that we used to. In other exciting news, we have received the Rhythm of War order finally, which is more exciting for Logan than me because I'm not caught up with the series yet. But it's a beast. But someone explained to me why I ordered a hardcover when all of my other books are in paperback. I think I just got too excited and I knew Logan really wanted to get it, so I did a thing. But anyway, Red Rising. I'm a little bit in the story. I am quite behind my schedule though, which let's not try and not stress about it. I'm about to start chapter 5 and it's going okay so far. I'm not too invested, but I know that, you know, it's a slower start. At least some people said to me that it's a slower start. For those who may not know, the Red Rising is set on Mars and it's in a society where it's kind of like very class based, so a little bit like Hunger Games with the districts, but in this case we have colors. So we have red, who are the very bottom, basically District 12. I'm just gonna use Hunger Games to explain this. So they are the poorest and basically tools for the society. I don't know why I do this for society. It is a society, it's just like a screwed up one. So they are the tools that the more lucky ones basically use to get the stuff that they need. And I think they're basically terraforming Mars for others to come in and live there. And our main character, Darrow, is one of the Hell Divers, which are just people who drill into the mines to harvest all the stuff that they need. Basically, it's all corrupt and it's all very sad, and he has a wife that, I mean, I'm not gonna confirm or deny once I get there, but currently she's still fine in there, but I just have a feeling. I'm just waiting for her to die because this is like a source of joy. And in these kind of stories, I feel like every time it's like someone has to die, even though he does have death in his past. I feel like there's something's gonna happen to her. She's not gonna live. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm not like extremely into it yet, for sure. I could definitely just stop. It's a little bit info dumpy at parts, but again, I'm only just 4 chapters in. What is that, like close to 40 pages. Definitely gonna want to do more reading later today, but I thought I'll update you. Oh, I also started listening. I was like straightening my hair and stuff, and so I was listening to an audiobook, and it's called Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I thought that I already tried this book, but apparently it was fuck feelings. I even went in to check my previous bookshelf tour to check what book was it, because I started listening. I was like, I have not read this before. So DNF the other one. This one I haven't read before, so food. Okay. So far it's very kind of like pretentious and quite annoying, but we'll see how it goes. Yay, thank you. We don't go the same places that we used to. I think it's Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it is Wednesday. I've done some reading yesterday. Yesternight. Possibly not as much as I wanted to, but I was just trying to relax and just vibe. So I am up to chapter 10, so got another 5 chapters in. I think today is the 18th. Yeah, today is the 18th, and I think, oh boy, it's actually not too bad. I think I'm 1 day's worth behind. So technically I should read up until here today if I want to catch up, which I might do. I'm not quite sure what my plans for tonight are. Still have a day ahead, but things have really escalated is what I wanted to hop on here to say. Things have really escalated and I'm very happy about that. I feel way more invested now. I am really excited to see what happens next. I will not say if my predictions were right or wrong, but I will say that there's a really nice reveal that I was kind of hoping for. I love these big like deception plots. I love when we learn that everything is a lie, and especially love when it's not teased for too long until we do learn it, because I don't like that to be the main reveal. I like that to be almost an incentive, and that is the case here. So very excited. I kind of don't, even though I know this is at the beginning of the book, I still kind of don't want to say it because I feel like even though it wouldn't be a spoiler since it's so early on, I kind of want you guys to experience this by yourself. So if you ever do decide to read this, I hope that you enjoy it as much as I did, the little reveal. But I'm gonna go cook some lunch for us now and then go back to work and then hopefully do some reading and update you more on that. Have I lived in my pajamas today? Yes, I have. Yes, I very much have. But update, I guess. I've listened a little bit to a different audiobook, the one that I was talking about, the Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I am not having a good time about it. I've ranted about it already a lot off camera, so I feel like I don't feel like going through it again, but I think the guy comes off really bitter. Maybe it's the narrator, I'm not quite sure, but it comes off quite bitter, and the amount of generalization there, and just so far there's definitely concepts that I 100% agree with, especially the you shouldn't strive to be always happy, because I've been saying that for as long as I remember myself, but ignore Momo shouting, he's just having a little bit of a attention-seeking moment. But I'm still giving it a go, but so far not so good for me. I don't know. Still giving it a go. Then I kind of decided for some reason to finally go and put my LED lights that I bought months ago for the bookshelves, because I just couldn't be bothered, but now I was like randomly inspired to do so. So I did that, but I also just ordered connectors because I have a second set that would go on that side, because that side is just at the very top. And I'll cut that and then hopefully it'll work and I'm not gonna ruin it. We'll see. Maybe it'll all fry up. Who knows? I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I put it in like there and around it. Other than like BookTube, if I went through my subscription, I watch a lot of tech people. They play with LED lights super often, and I don't know why I've been like, I have them in my like bedroom and stuff, and I just thought, you know what, why don't I also bring it into the videos? So you might have noticed that a couple of times I have some like background. I'm hoping to experiment a bit more with that, because it just makes it more fun for me to edit, because it gets kind of tedious after a while. Also, I hate I hate listening to myself talk. Like, once is enough, and then I edit, and that's like my limit. And that's why for the most part I have Logan now do my subtitles when he can, because I legitimately would rather stop doing YouTube full stop than listening to myself for the third time. That's too much. I cannot listen to myself for that much. I just can't watch myself that much. I obviously want my channel to be as accessible as possible, so when Logan can, he does do that for me, which I'm very grateful for. So then I think I had my fill of that book, so I listened to like maybe an hour or maybe even less, I'm not quite sure. And I thought, you know what, I'm still doing stuff. I could be listening to Red Rising. I 100% though enjoy reading this physically more, so I don't want to make this a thing. But it was one of those moments when I'm just like, you know what, I'm doing something. I could be listening to a book and making progress in my reading, especially since I'm behind. So I put on the Red Rising audiobook. Again, still so much more enjoyable to me personally when I'm reading it physically. But that being said, I did do some progress. I also got these things finally, which you might have seen me doing their display boxes, I guess, but it's more so that I can actually store them somewhere. They don't like collect dust. That's hence the cover. Hello. So my rings and my earrings, I started wearing earrings again. I go through phases. Literally, it's been like probably 7 years last time I wore earrings properly, but I'm doing it again, you might have noticed. It's really funny because one of my ear is pierced, because I used to have like a lot of piercings, and I think now pretty certain, actually I might try, but I think pretty certain all of the rest are healed up. My eyebrow piercing, I mean, it's not never gonna heal up properly, but it's now healed up enough that I cannot put the earring through. But it was just laying in these trinket dishes, and it was kind of overflowing, and the cats kept stealing it, and I just needed a place for this to be like tidy. This is a thing that I'm super bad at. Whenever I order food online for me and Logan, it'll come in either a miniature size or like some sort of family bag. I don't know why it is. It's always either too big or too small for what I thought it would be. So for example, I thought these boxes would be much smaller than they are. And I'm sure it was written there as to how big they are, but I saw the photo, I was like, well, it looks fine. But anyway, so I definitely don't have it filled in, and you might ask, gee, are you not scared that this will make you want to buy more rings? Terrified. I am like in smack middle of chapter 12, and things are transforming, things are evolving, and things are changing. If you read it, I'm sure you know what I mean. Chapter is called The Carving, and so I will definitely, it's 16 minutes still left in the chapter. I could, I guess, swap to the physical, but I might just listen till the end of this chapter and then swap to physical. Enjoying it. I am not obsessed still. I'm not super invested. Like, I'm not super invested to the point where I don't have to a little bit like discipline myself to stop like being on my phone or doing something rather than reading this. But so there's that. Otherwise, I am enjoying it. It's not, there's no like, you know, doubt in my mind that I want to like the end of this or anything else like that. I'm enjoying the writing style. I think it's like the descriptions, like the world is quite different, but it's fairly easy to imagine, and I'm imagining actually it's something like Dreamfall. If you ever played, if you didn't, please do. Actually, someone asked me recently if I want to make a video on like my favorite games, and I might do, just because I want to kind of talk to you guys about it. And we also have a new spot right here. I don't understand. Like, I understand that I get spots on my chin because I bet I touch it a lot throughout the day, just like absent-mindedly, but here, like, literally my glasses don't even touch that bit. How? I honestly, it's like I hit 28 and suddenly puberty time, and I just start getting spots. Anyway. We don't go the same places that we used to. Hey, it is Saturday. I'm actually feeling quite under the weather, which is really annoying, although sometimes I do get days like this, and it's usually because I slept in for too long. I don't know why that is, but I'm hoping that's just the case of that, and tomorrow I'm gonna be feeling better. So I'm just gonna try and trudge along through the day, and I'm gonna work for another couple of hours, I think, and it's 2:30 just now, and then afterwards I think I'm just gonna try and chill and read. I thought let's just open the mail. So as I said, I have the Owlcrate Addie LaRue box. I'm super excited to see what's inside, and then I have another little package. So this is a very, very big box. Ooh, okay, so this is how the card looks like. We have all the info on the other side, which we're gonna maybe look at later, but not now. Then we have this pin. It's actually a really pretty pin. A story is an idea wild as a weed. A weed. Very pretty. I really like it because it's just like white gold, like rose gold and black, and that's like, you all have to excuse my chair because it's very loud. I really like it. This is done by Forensics and Flowers. I love that creator. Oh, I've been seeing these everywhere. Oh, this is tiny. I thought that they were like big. This is a wooden ring page holder. So you basically put your, I think it's maybe thumb, in this, and actually has an inscription. It says, oh, once upon a time, and I think maybe once upon a time in French. It's really pretty. It's kind of dainty, quite like that, and you use it to like hold books open. I think if you only have hardcovers, then I don't know if this is super necessary. We have a paperback, and that might be quite nifty because paperbacks are obviously like, they shut down like way faster. Oh, I spy a candle, but let's get this first. Oh, the last word travel mug, as if we get to travel anywhere, but obviously there's people who do, so like to work and stuff. Oh, so this is like a thermos mug. It's all black and it has a quote on this side and another, the last word, books bought and sold. Is that like a shop maybe in the book? I'm not quite sure because I've not read it yet. I've been waiting for this to come here so I can actually read it. And this is the quote. So the quote says, "Books she has found are a way to live 1,000 lives or to find strength in a very long one." And it has like a little thing, it's like almost like a tea sifter thing. So you can maybe hold it and like pour, oh no, this is not a, I thought it was like a cup thing. But, and yeah, it looks like a pretty standard good thermos. I don't think that I can use it because I just don't use thermos. Although, that being said, though, I grew up using a bunch because my parents love to travel and kayak and stuff like that. So I grew up camping. I grew up outside. But the thermos that they had was like family size, you know? But I can see this being kind of cute for someone who possibly travels to work, for all the amazing doctors, nurses, and anyone that's dealing with this firsthand with Corona time. Any little bookish accessory could be super uplifting, you know? So that's cool. The candle, ooh, it's Alchemy and Ink! I don't think I've had a candle from Alchemy and Ink, or maybe I did from one of the subscription boxes, but I really like the brand. It says the darkness, invisible life of Addie LaRue. He is the darkness she met that night. Feral magic in a lover's form. Sorry. It looks like so. I don't know. Forest, earth, wood smoke, and night. Okay. I'm very excited to snip this. Candles excite me. Oh my god, it's a tiny baby wooden wig. That's so cute. Oh. Oh, an interesting smell. It reminds me of something, but I can't figure out what. It's not a scent I would pick out of like a store if I bought a candle, but it's intriguing. It's very foresty, but in a very, very sweet way. So it has like this rose gold effect, which is really pretty. Addie's perpetual wooden calendar. I love the design on the box because it's foil and I love that. This is interesting. So you have blocks that say a month and a day, and then you have these big blocks that say like a number of the days. So today is 21st, so you can have 21st November Saturday, or whichever order it was. This is an interesting concept. I'm assuming it has something to do with the book. Don't think this is going to be something that I will use. I love the colors. I love that it's black and it has like golden, rose gold design. Use this as a hilarious set of dice because they're so massive. Imagine just rolling that for like a TBR game or something. That's pretty funny. So if you would want to like repurpose these blocks as like a dice thing, so that's pretty funny. And then the actual thing is like a little wooden stand thing with a quote that says, "Life can feel very long sometimes, but in the end it goes so fast." So I'm assuming you can use this for something else, obviously, if you don't want to, because when this is all used as a calendar, then you cannot see this. Gonna be honest, this is a bit of a miss of an item for me. I think because also it's like such a heavy and big item, and it feels like a main item, and pretty, but not a big hit for me. Then we have a photo challenge card, and I think maybe the last thing before the book. So this is a notebook, and it has actually gilded edges, which is pretty cool. The notebook is very celestial, so obviously I like the design. It says, "What a luxury to tell one story to be read and remembered," because obviously the whole Addie LaRue thing is that you cannot remember her. Oh, all right. So this is like your memory notebook. So you would write a memory, and then there's like 2021, 22, 23, so you'll start in 2021, which hopefully is just gonna be better than writing down the memories for 2020. It's a cute idea. I would personally maybe prefer it if it was just like a blank notebook, because I would use that much more than this, but it's cute and it definitely fits the theme, because obviously Addie, as far as I know, lived a very long life. Alright, next up is the actual book. Okay, so this is the book. It has the name on the front, it's like in a foil, but it doesn't have the author's name on here. The spine, hello? And then there's this on the back. I like the back design, and it has "Never pray to the gods that answer after dark." I love that quote. I like this, although, Zeus, come on. I like this, although I feel like it kind of matches with this because it's a very different like font and... Ooh, I like this. This is like a cute page. You can maybe put your like a photo on each. It's kind of cute. And it's signed. I am very excited to read this. Sorry to be so quite negative with this unboxing, but you guys know I'm always honest, so it's not my favorite of the editions that I've seen. It just seems quite bare. Oh, it has a ribbon. I do love a ribbon. I actually do love a ribbon. I feel like ribbons are underestimated and I wish they were in every book. And it was not possible, but like, I don't know. It appeals to me. I still like it. I just have seen some other ones that I also loved it too. So there you have it. Let me know what you thought of this if you got it. I'm really excited to actually read the book because I've heard so many good things and it broke so many people, and that's what matters, the story. So speaking of love, I got another parcel from you guys because you're awesome, and this is from Mayra. I want to say Mayra, but I might be mispronouncing this. I'm so sorry. And they're saying, hope you enjoy this tiny form of appreciation. Love your videos. Keep the good work. It's not tiny, first of all, and so happy to have this. Thank you so much. It is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I've been meaning to get this book for the longest, and I'm so happy to finally have it in my closet. And it's also floppy. Perfect. I think as the darkness comes in more and more, this is a perfect kind of dark academia vibe read. So let me know if you guys have read it, and thank you so much to Mayra. Mayra? I think it's Mayra. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but thank you so much. You guys are just the best. So I sat and listened to some audiobook actually. What chapter am I on? So just got like 3 or so chapters in, and I was working on the new illustrations for the renewing the tiers on Patreon, so I thought I'll show you them. It's not how they're gonna look like at the end. I'm hoping to, well, I think at least they're not gonna look like that. Hoping to put them in moons and these should be then like foil, although I'll see how it works. But so this is just for the line art purposes, but here's this one. This one's gonna be called Moon Messenger. I didn't want to go with an owl anymore because it's just, you know, something different. So I went with a crow, which I think is cute. And then there's gonna be Moon Watchers, which is gonna be with a little kind of like oldie telescope. This one is Moon Readers, and it looks like this. But again, I'll probably make them all in foil rather than purple. Purple was just it's like I find it easy to work on with purple. I don't know. I'm gonna jump on the computer to continue working on that. It's 5:10, and I technically have done some reading now, so that's good. Not as much as I wanted to, but my head is actually getting pretty not great. Definitely had worse, but not great. We don't go the same places that we used to. Hello, it is Sunday. It is a migraine day, so I've done nothing today apart from having one mental breakdown. But it's fine. Done a lot of reading though, so that's good. I'm still behind. I think my plan, if I were up to with my plan, would have been to finish this today, which I mean might still happen. Not quite sure. Not sure actually if it will, but when I started reading I was at chapter 22 and now I am going to start chapter 30 right here. So I am on page 227 and I'm really enjoying it. Like now I think I'm properly in it and I know who everyone is, and I like that part of the book because then like things stop moving from place to place with added new characters, so then I can focus on other bits a little bit, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to continue reading. I don't know if Logan's gonna continue reading. Is that your plan?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Red Rising?
It's good.
You enjoying it?
Yes.
I really enjoyed the humor. I feel like the humor actually comes through once the academy stuff begins, and I'm excited to get to know Several a little bit more, or Goblin, and Mustang has also made an appearance already, so I'm really, because I know obviously those are gonna be like important characters, so slightly worried about one character. I don't want to say which one because just because this is an older fandom and I feel like I don't remember anyone talking about that character, which makes me think that maybe they're not gonna survive this book. And also there's this one secret between our main character, this character that I'm talking about, which I don't want to say anything obviously, but it's such a good secret. Like, it makes you feel just as awkward and afraid or just uncomfortable as Darrow does, and I really enjoy it. So I think this is written really well. It's too, like, it will definitely depend on the second half of this book. Am I more than halfway through? And I love that bit. Usually I love the second half of the books more because I'm more invested, unless it's a bad book, but I'm very excited, and it's not like I can do anything else today. I'm just pain, so I'm gonna sit here and get into this book and ignore the rest of the world. I think that's my plan. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm now on chapter 35, just page 283. Remember when I said like, oh, why did no one say that it was like a academy setting? Well, it really kind of isn't, so I guess that's why people didn't say it. It's less so magic school or like sci-fi school, and very much more so Hunger Games. There's actually quite a lot of similarities with Hunger Games. It's like it's taken the Hunger Games and put it in a setting that I like more. And it's also like the game Civ, if you know what I mean. I'm not quite sure, but I am here for it, and so far, I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm just really invested, and this could be a 5-star read. The beginning was rough, but now we're getting there, and there's stakes, there's corruption, there is stuff is happening, and I really enjoy the guilt and the love stuff and all of the betrayals and all of the layers and the talk about society, and Mustang, I really like her. Several, love him. There's been already like a couple of like twists or like reveals, and it was something that I was like, oh, like one of them was like, oh, didn't expect that. A lot of stuff is still like predictable, but I don't know, I'm loving it. That's good. I'm gonna trudge along and possibly finish this today. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But good news is that it is just 8 o'clock. Where about you are, Logan, and
where about you are? You are about here. Chapter 18, I think.
Hi, it's Monday. It's early Monday, but I wanted to check in with you to update you on something. I have now finished Red Rising. I've done it. Woo! Oh my god! Oh my god, this book! I loved it so much. Granted, the beginning was a little bit of a struggle. Like, it took me a little while to get into it, but when I got into it, I mean, not often do I read so much of a fantasy or a sci-fi even book in a day. So I read this yesterday. That's not normal for me. I stayed reading up until the very end of the day, so like I think I finished around 11 or 12 midnight maybe. Logan stayed up reading until 2. He's about to finish, I think, today as well. He's really enjoying it, obviously. He wouldn't stay up until 2 if he didn't. So obviously this is not without flaws, but the flaws I could easily overlook for the enjoyment that I got from this. First of all, there were a couple of things that I really did not see coming. There are a couple of reveals. Granted, I don't think that we were actually given a lot of foreshadowing for those reveals. Not that I'm aware of. Maybe if I reread this, like, I would notice, but I don't think so. So I don't know how much credit it would go for the actual book for like not guessing this, because obviously it's so easy to guess stuff. But there were at least, I think, two reveals that I didn't predict. One I did, and then there's another big one that was, I think, extremely predictable. But I'm glad to say that particular reveal at the end didn't seem to carry into the second book, which I was afraid of, because it was like this plot twist and I was like, oh, not kind of feeling it, like I've seen this before. I don't have the kind of energy to like explore it because I know how it's gonna kind of turn out probably, but it was kind of sorted before the end of this book and it's not gonna carry into the second one. Thank God. So I don't remember how much I actually told you about the plot, but I feel like because I compared it to a couple of things, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say too much, but it's all about Darrow needing to survive and needing to win in the game of elites to then be able to fight for those that cannot fight, the Reds. I just remembered a couple of things I wanted to mention in there. So first of all, this is one of the very, very few occasions when a writer writes fight scenes in a sense that I don't skim through. I do not like descriptive fight scenes. However, I don't know if it was because I was so invested or because of the writing style, I'm not quite sure, but I actually really enjoyed the fight scenes. So that was highly unusual and very nice. And another thing I really wanted to point out is that a big trigger warning for sexual assault. It is a theme that keeps popping up throughout the book, so it's not like just one bit that you could like skip. I think it gets mentioned or gets talked about a good couple times. If that's a sensitive topic, you might want to consider that or just be aware going into it. So I just wanted to let you know. And also a lot of gory stuff as well, so if you're not into gore, you might not enjoy this. Back to the footage. There are definitely a couple of bits, and especially towards the end when I'm just like, okay. Sure, like this is totally believable. But you know what, I didn't even mind. It was dramatic, it was fast, the pacing was great. I really like the characters as well, especially a couple. Like I didn't love all of them, but it was easy to follow for me. The fact that their game was kind of based on strategy and logic as well as on strength, but there was also strategic moves that I loved so much. Oh my god, I just loved it. I loved it. Low-key might have started the first chapter in the second book yesterday, which was like midnight or something, and I was like, I'll just start the first show. I read the first chapter, but it's just the first chapter. We all chill. We chill, it's fine. I'm not gonna start this book because I have another book to read, so but I will most likely read or continue maybe with this in December if I can push it into the TBR. But that is the update. Oh, actually, there's one more thing. Also, Pierce Brown replied to my story yesterday and I woke up to that message. It was an interesting feeling. Remember when I got I got this and I said it's Mera, and then I was like, maybe I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Definitely wasn't. Pretty sure now that she's messaged me about something else, but it's also about her name pronunciation, and I think it's Mahira. So sorry for before, but thank you so much, Mahira. I'm really excited to read this book at some point. Oh god. But that I think is everything. That's you caught up. Next week I am reading The Midnight Library, which I'm super excited about, even though I'm currently in a sci-fi mood. We're gonna do a switcheroo. It's technically like and I'm also reading the comic next week, so hope you check in. Hope this one was interesting. I'm not even sure what happened this week. It's been such a weird week. I've also been sleeping really poorly, so this is gonna be a fun time. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a brilliant week. Chat to me down in the comments. Tell me if you've read Red Rising. Please do not spoil me. If you spoil me, I swear to god, for the rest of the series, if you spoil me, first of all, I'll cry and be super sad, and second of all, I might low-key just block you guys. Like, I can't. Please don't spoil me, okay? Read the books if you loved it, if you hated it, especially if you read the first one. Still, obviously, don't spoil the first one for people in the comments. Or if you are considering reading it, which I would highly recommend. This is gonna be my, depending on the next books, or this might be my next, or at least in the top favorite series. So, hooray, we did it. Okay, I will speak to you next time. Bye.